Hi everybody, welcome to Sail Tales. My name is Gary. In this video I'd like to talk about the wooden masts and booms for the Bearospace boats. These spars can be made from pine wood dowels. I can usually find dowels 48 inches long, which is sometimes not quite long enough. For instance, the schooner Annie calls for a mainmast 53 inches long. So I glue two dowels together. I'll make a scarf joint and glue it together with ordinary epoxy resin. I first use painter's tape to hold the two dowels side by side on top of a scrap piece of wood. I'm going to make an angled cut with a handsaw. So, I hold the wood in a vise and make the cut. Now the two dowels can be joined like this. Mix up epoxy resin, spread it on both pieces, and hold them together with tape while the epoxy sets up. I don't have video of this gluing operation, but I can tell you it was kind of messy. Here's the glued joint after the tape has been removed. And here you see it, stained and varnished after tapering. Orient the dowels so that the scarf joint is at the upper end of the mast, where the mast will be tapered. The tapering can smooth up any minor misalignment in the scarf joint. To me, tapering is what makes a dowel become a spar. Surely there are many ways to achieve the tapering. I'm just going to show you how I like to do it. I use a sanding block with 80 or 100 grit paper on the smaller spars like gaffs or jib booms. But I like to start out with a small block plane on the larger spars like masts or main booms. Large or small, I pretend that the dowel has 4 sides, and I work those 4 sides down to size. Then I knock off the 4 corners, leaving the tapered area 8-sided. After that, sandpaper can easily round off those 8 small corners and leave a nice round straight taper. Okay. Here's the little block plane I've been using. Found it at Home Depot in the US for about $10. It works like a champ. It's fun to use. Make yourself a couple little wooden blocks with a V-notch cut in them. You can lay these on the workbench and lay the dowel in the notches so it won't roll around while you're working on it. So I've marked a square on the end of the dowel, the size that I want to taper to, and I've placed a piece of tape back up where I want the taper to begin. So there we've planed down the 4 sides to a square. Now I'm going to go back and plane off those 4 corners and make it 8-sided. So there we've finished up. It's 8-sided now, and I'll finish rounding it off with a sanding block. Now my sanding block is just that, a block of wood, a piece of sandpaper wrapped around it. Maybe 80 or 100 grit. So I'll take a swipe or two to knock off those sharp corners. Then I'll hold the spar with my left hand so I can rotate it occasionally. And I roll the sanding block around the spar while I stroke along it. This will round it off and leave a nice job. Once the taper is finished up, I like to cut a step at the top of the mast for the standing rigging to sit on. I do that with a square file, and I take the same approach that I did for the tapering. I cut it 4 sides, then 8 sides, and finally round it off with a piece of sandpaper. Use the same files to make a flat spot wherever I want to glue a cheek piece onto the side of a round spar. Those black bands around this mast are just strips of cardboard. The strips are cut from the cardboard tube in the center of a roll of toilet paper. They're glued onto the mast and saturated with super glue. One hot tip: if you're working on a mast for a gaff rigger and you're going to use mast hoops, slip those mast hoops onto the mast before you glue all the other fittings in place. Thanks for watching. Give my video a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave a comment below if you'd like to see more of these workshop type videos. Happy boat building out there. Be nice to each other.